Dreadbox Disorder. It's been a while since I was excited about a pedal as much as I'm excited about this one. Why? Because it's a weird one, in a good way. It's one of those pedals that you try for the first time and a complete chaos comes out of it. But if you spend some time and figure out how it works, you can create magical, beautiful things that are only possible with this pedal. Long story short, it's a combination of a fuzz and an envelope filter. What's an envelope filter? Well, I guess I shall begin answering that question with explaining what a standard filter is. Filters are more or less equalizers. They either attenuate or amplify some part of the frequency spectrum. If it's a low-pass filter, it will filter out all higher frequencies above the cut-off frequency. If it's a high-pass filter, it will do the opposite. It will filter out lower frequencies below the cut-off frequency. Both types can have variable resonance, which means the part of the frequency spectrum around the cut-off frequency may be amplified up to some degree. Here's what it looks like for the low-pass filter, and magic begins to happen when I change the cut-off frequency. And this is exactly what an envelope filter does. It changes the cut-off frequency depending on how loud the input signal is. Auto-wow pedals are based on this principle. And this pedal does all of that. And a fuzz. But before we begin tweaking knobs, let me quickly show you what was inside of the box. I found a felt pick. I don't speak Greek and I don't know what it says, but I definitely never played one of these before. A sticker, a warranty card, and that's it. Now we can proceed to the pedal. On the front, we've got a foot switch, the amount of fuzz, or gain, if you want to call it that, level, which is an overall volume of the effect. We've got the filter, the low-pass filter on the left and the high-pass filter on the right, no filter in the middle, and a resonance for both of them. The ENV, or envelope switch, picks the direction the cut-off frequency will be moving to. Sensitivity knob to find that right spot for particular pickups installed in your guitar and your playing style. And these two can be connected to other Dreadbox pedals or modular synths. If you use an external LFO as a filter, this whole thing will be controlled by it. And on the other hand, you can control some other unit using this pedal's envelope out. On the back, we've got input, output, and a power supply connector, 9 volts, center negative. And that's it, nothing on the sides or on the bottom really. I would say this pedal is pretty heavy compared to many others. 500 gram, or this much in pounds. It is also bigger than many other pedals. Here it is compared to my A+ Everest by Shiftline, and it is maybe slightly smaller than Line 6 HX Stomp. But if you want the exact numbers, here they are. The width, well, let's call it depth, and the height. I wasn't really planning to open the pedal today, but I know some of you come here just for that, so let's perform a quick autopsy just to figure out if this can be driven by a battery and if there's generally any space for it inside. Yeah, well, as I thought, not much here, at least no space for battery. There's a trim pot right there. It controls input gain, and there's a whole page in the manual dedicated just to that. It's hard to tell how mine is set right now, but I'll just keep it as it is for now. And look, I don't really want to go there. There's one more trim pot though. Well, the PCB says Disorder version 1.0, if that's of any value. Okay, let's turn some knobs and see what it does. For this demonstration, I'll be using this PGD wood Ford with 3 single coil pickups. And everything is connected into the normal channel of Vox AC30 with a little bit of reverb. So this was the fuzz part of the pedal, and notice how a gate kicks in somewhere after the knob passes 12 o'clock. In other words, it can be used as a normal fuzz without any filters. Okay, let's introduce some low-pass filter. It's already a lot of fun, but I can make the filter more pronounced if I add resonance. It can go to extremes and even oscillate here in the red zone. Let's try that. All these extreme settings, they do have something. Just check this out. Now, the harder I hit the strings, the more it causes the low-pass filter to open up, raising the cut-off frequency. But I can also reverse this process, like so. Sensitivity shall help finding that sweet spot where the pedal reacts on your dynamics just the way you want it. Let's try the high-pass mode, and you will hear a short click when it switches from one filter to another. Right there. Again, a lot of fun. Let's check what it sounds like in reverse. We should of course check all settings maxed out. See, I was skeptical about the self-oscillation before, but now I see that it's a tool. You can create some stuff that are not possible with any other pedal. Now, I want to try to control this filter using an external LFO. LFO stands for Low Frequency Oscillator, and I happen to have one in the Kamarabe pedal right here. It sends a CV, which means control voltage, which varies from -5 volts to +5 volts, and it can make a sine wave or a triangular wave, as it is here. I just need to connect these two with a patch cable, and theoretically it should work. Now let's swap them, and I will send the envelope out from Disorder to Kamarabe. Those are probably the funniest settings I've found. Sounds a bit weird, but hey, it can totally be used creatively, right? And this is exactly what I meant when I said this pedal is weird in a good way. Check Dreadbox Disorder at Sweetwater and Tomon, use my links below. I'm getting a small commission from every purchase made through my links, and that greatly supports the channel at no additional cost to you. I also want to ask you to leave a meaningful comment under this video. That should help YouTube algorithm to understand that this video is interesting, I hope it was for you, and then it will hopefully show it to more people, which would be great. With that said, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you in one of my next videos someday soon. Goodbye everyone.